Well, first of all, happy belated birthday, another
Thank you.
May birthday.
Thank you.
How's it feel to be here in South Florida and
We love
finally getting on stage with all this craziness? So
It's crazy, but it's been a crazy year, but we're so happy things are opening up, and people are working, and the clubs survived, which is great. Some of them did. It's just great. We live for what we do. We love what we do. We live for live music, and it's just been a tough year, and we tried to pick up what we could and do some drive-in shows and some private shows just to have the band working and to have the songs being played. But it's been a rough year for everybody, So I think everybody's hungry. Everybody wants to hear live music, and musicians want to play. So here we are. May is like more than 20 dates only in the month of May, so it feels like the old days.
and probably not the way you imagine celebrating 20 years during this thing.
No, not at all. Not at all. That's what I was saying. We never had a slow year in 20 years, and then the year that we get to celebrate it just all comes crashing down. So well, it really puts some things in perspective. And well, I always had a lot of respect for music business, but and for what I do, and I never took it for granted. But this year definitely, made probably everybody realize how lucky they were, to have work as musicians and to tour so much. And regardless of the level you're on, the biggest bands had to stay, had to stay home longest. All the big tours are canceled. They don't know when they're gonna start up, and so there's no rule how big of a name you are or how big of a places you play. It was just one deal for everybody.
And after kind of hearing like each record, you really have a specific theme to each one. But again, with this pandemic, could we expect the next album maybe resolving around I don't know, being stuck at home or anything like that? In the past year, there's been so many happenings that you can write about, and it's not just the pandemic. We had so many crazy things going on, so some of those things will definitely, and themes definitely will show up on the record. But if I can look at the songs that I've been writing, and I've been writing quite a lot in the pandemic, that was kind of really different than our reality. So I wanted to just kind of go on with something totally different than writing that we're stuck at home and we can't get out, So that was not on my list necessarily. But there'll be songs that will touch on it for sure. Well, and it's even with the music of the blues is kind of an escape for people. Is there kind of like a reason you got into it? Like you got your, I don't know, I almost feel like blues is almost spiritual in a way, and like if somebody closes their eyes and is in that dreamlike world, where do you want to bring them?
I definitely feel that way on stage. This is like almost a sacred time and place for me, and you really jam with the band, and you go into some sort of a space where it's just you and the stage and your instrument and the band. But how I got into it is really, it comes down to really the earliest years that I remember was music, and it was blues, thanks to my dad, and that was back in Serbia, so it was just a natural thing for me. We never listened to any Serbian music. We always listened to Stax records, and the Memphis sound and Chicago blues and Texas blues and rock and just great music on a daily basis, American music. So that it goes back to when I was 3-4 years old. We were, listening to Elmo James and Howlin' Wolf and Buddy Guy, Junior Wells, Jimmy Reed and Steve Ray Vaughan, Albert King, Freddie King, all of that was I was just a little girl, and it was fine. It was great.
And then 20 years of performing too. So, was there ever a time during all this that you thought, wait, what if I have to get another job? Does that mean, haven't you been doing this pretty much your whole life?
I never had
career?
a different job.
Yeah.
I never had a different job. So Well, you know, I mean, the pandemic is like, nobody knows how long it lasts. Okay, this is great, or at least on this side of the ocean, things are looking bright, but Europe's still pretty closed. I don't think I ever thought of that. I mean, I always like different things, and I have passion for more than just music. I love art, and I love interior decoration, and I love architecture, and it doesn't mean that you can just jump and become one of those now. It doesn't work like that, but I do think that there is more artistic stuff around that you can indulge if you need to. You can be involved with, and that finally you would find a way. I think I'm one of those people that think that I could do any job good. You know, I'll do it good. I'll try to do it the best I can, no matter what kind of a job it is, if I have to.
And I'm sure your children appreciated it. You having a little bit more downtime with them.
Totally, yeah. I mean, that's the best part, really. That you have to work with the situation and then take the best out of it. And we definitely had more time for the family and the kids, and just it's been a tough year, but also it's had beautiful moments. We just took road trips. My family and now we just took tons of road trips around California and Arizona, and just seen some really wonderful parts, and went back to Europe while it was still open, seen a bunch of museums, maybe 20 plus museums, and the kids were just old enough to enjoy the art. So you try to find positive things in any situation as long as it's possible.
And I'm sure tonight everybody's looking for that positive thing with you on stage.
For sure.
For a lot of people, this is their first concert in who knows how long.
That's incredible. Yeah, we are so happy to be here. It's always great times at Funky Biscuit, and Florida, of course. It's open, and it's people are they're ready for good times, and we're just happy to be here.
And just wrapping it up, because I know you're on stage pretty soon. Anything you want to mention for fans out there? Anything coming up down the road?
Sure. I mean, we are busy with the new music, but we had the live DVD and a CD come out. This is the second one the second DVD that I've done ever, and certainly the first in the last 10 years. So this is something we put together just before the pandemic, and strange enough, it's called Live for Life, as if we knew this is really what we live for, and once it's taken away from you, that's just feels so strange. But our live DVD and CD, Live for Life, recording south of France in December, just before the pandemic hit. Came out in the midst of the pandemic. So that's a fantastic record. They can look it up, and we're going to play some songs tonight, and of course a lot of different songs from different records.
Awesome. Well,
we're going to have a great show.
Really appreciate your time, and I
Yes.
look forward to seeing you on stage.
Thank you. Thanks for coming out tonight.